good, y'all? This is your boy Joe Cliff, and what I'm gonna need for y'all to do is to hit that like button, hit that share button, comment a little something. Make sure you subscribe and get these videos running. We gotta get these analytics up. We gotta get it running through the algorithms, and we gotta get it going. Make sure you tap in. Joe Cliff, outside looking in, all that good stuff. You already know the Joe Show. We rocking. Thank y'all. What's good, y'all? This is your boy Joe Cliff. We're here. We have another exclusive. Big shouts out to the Twitter Spaces. The Twitter Spaces been going up. If you know, you know. It started with battle rap. Shouts out to the battle rappers, Sue Surf. You know, everybody that was inside of there. Bum Nitty, all the guys, Battle Rap Bum, you know what I'm saying? All the people that started off the Twitter Spaces, and now they're at a level where you see super celebrities, you see superstars and stuff like that in these Twitter Spaces, utilizing, promoting, and doing things like that. So now we have DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled is here talking about his God Did album. God Did, talking about his Jay-Z feature, talking about his endeavors and things like that. And it's kind of crazy to see where DJ Khaled came from, because if you know the story of him being a DJ, a producer, growing into an executive, a mogul, and all that type of stuff. And this is probably the perfect name for his album. And I'm not gonna lie, when the first single dropped, the single with Drake and Lil Baby, I was kind of confused, didn't know which direction the album was taking, but the album dropped, and the album is fire. I've been listening to the album non-stop, honestly. Good selection of beats, good selection of artists, like always. This time, I think he actually took a little more time putting this album together, as far as like the artists that he put together, the singles and stuff like that, because I didn't know where he was gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? It could be hit or miss with a DJ Khaled album, especially the compilations. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But he came through. The album's fire. God Did. Make sure you guys go stream that album. And here I'm gonna drop it. He is in the Twitter Spaces right now, talking about his album, talking about everything that he has going on, everything that he's doing. And you know, we're trying to stay in tune, we're trying to stay focused, we're trying to keep up with everything that's going on. So I'm gonna continue to drop this content, continue to work hard. This your boy Joe Cliff. Hit them thumbs up, like this. Make sure you share, subscribe, comment what you guys think about the album. What's your favorite song on the album? What did you think about the Jay-Z verse on the album? We are here. This your boy Joe Cliff. Holla at me. What's good, y'all? This is your boy Joe Cliff. We are here. It's getting crazy. Big shouts out to everybody out there. Before you do anything, make sure you hit them likes up. Hit that likes up. Hit them thumb buttons. You know what I'm saying? Hit that likes up. Make sure hit that. You know what I'm saying? But we haven't.
And you know, I think I was on the red carpet on VMAs and MTV. I think I did an interview with them, and I was like, you know, my album's called God Did. And
LL could probably tell you, like, in the era, like, it wasn't
LL's
promised.
on
Like,
the phone?
LL is listening.
He's here,
If
Kyle.
LL would like to come up, we'd love to have him up.
We'd love to have you up, brother.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, I just seen LL. Y'all surprising me because I didn't know that. It's crazy. Hold on. Forget it.
We're going to try to get him up. But
the legendary LL Cool J. First of all, let me talk to you about me DJing. Me DJing, one of my favorite records to this day to cut up is Rock the Bells.
Why wouldn't it be? Classic.
I cut that motherfucker up. Like
foundational.
I'm nice on them. When you give me some vinyl, Rock the Bells, I'm gonna go crazy on it. You know what I'm saying? And but I just seen him at the VMAs, man, and he showed me so much love, and I gave him a hug. He gave me a hug, and like LL is not only a huge inspiration, but one of the biggest and best MCs. But the shit he's doing now, from where he came from, and still just he's still being LL Cool J. The man, no disrespect to nobody when I say this, but this man was on Instagram. The man took a picture with me, and he said, "Yo, I'm at the VMAs, on this pop, but I got the hip hop with me." Some shit. He said some shit. I was like, this man LL special. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Man, LL Cool J as an MC, every MC got to look at LL Cool J and say, man, this guy's one of the most incredible for a lot of reasons. It's like he almost invented the hit record.
It's a fact.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's
Hold on. He like almost. I mean, I think I'm just thinking the way I felt it when he came. A hit record, but they don't make a fucking record to go to war.
In a
They don't
you,
heartbeat.
battle you
you
and
And
didn't
go
want
to
to battle
destroy you.
war.
L. You didn't
But
want to battle L.
yeah, but what's so beautiful about L was, and I don't know, maybe he can say it, but when he was coming up, you seen the growth and you see the success and the blessings. And at one point, you got to say to yourself, I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. I killed sound so many times. And he ended up starting making these hits. And these hits started sounding fucking beautiful. And the girls.
Uh-oh, Khaled. It's happening. The GOAT, the man introduced hip
He's
hop
up.
to the
He's up,
word
Cal.
GOAT.
He's up.
What up?
What up, Al?
I mean, I feel amazing. I just want to say, congratulations to Khaled on this phenomenal body of work. I think it's beautiful to see an artist put their heart and soul into something
I don't
for it
hear
to come together so massively. You know what I'm saying? That's one. And then two, I think it's up to all of us to continue to treat hip hop a certain way. The reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now is because I felt like for too long, hip hop has been served to people in a greasy brown paper bag. Especially when you talk about the classics and the timeless stuff that came in and during the foundation. So I want to serve it to them on a silver platter. And with Khaled, when you talk about moving big time, that's exactly the point. We got to move big time. And big time means a lot of different things. It ain't just fronting and flossing. It's the real. It's like
yeah,
making the special music, the special festivals, the special moments. So I agree, and I endorse what you saying. You know what I mean? Love you.
man, that's love, brother. That's super love. I appreciate that. Yeah, big time is like it's more of like the focus of being focused. You know what I'm saying? You can't want to be big time and all this fame. Nah, big time is about moving focus and moving right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And growing and taking your success to the next level. But L, man, like I appreciate every time I see you show me love, and I'm a fan, and you one of the gods. You know what I'm saying? You one of the gods. You know what I'm saying? And like we appreciate you, man. Like, and teaching us too that how far we can go. There's no limits. Like from you making music and still making music and doing movies and doing these shows and all that. It just shows us that there's hope out there that we can go as far as we want. It's on us with our work ethic and with us being focused. You know what I'm saying?
You absolutely can. You could do absolutely anything. Like my man M said, and like my mom's always told me, you could do anything you put your mind to, and your career and your longevity, is about obviously your faith in God, your faith in yourself, your work ethic, your habits. Do you take care of your body? You take care of your mind, take care of your soul, and then just really not allowing anything to frustrate you off that positivity, what I'm saying, and your belief in what you are trying to do. And where there's no vision, the people perish. So you gotta have a vision, and then you gotta go out there, you gotta know why you're doing what you're doing, and then you gotta really lean into the reason why you're doing what you're doing, and then you do it no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest is you make history. And then don't forget to have fun doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like let's
Yeah.
not forget to have fun doing the shit. You know what I mean?
No, I know exactly what you mean, and by you saying that, this is my 13th. God did is my 13th album, and I was telling somebody, I was like, I love what I do. If I didn't love what I was doing, I wouldn't make it to 13
There you
albums.
go.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
but
You know, you gotta love this shit because L and everybody that's in this game knows that this shit ain't easy. We deal with a lot of shit behind the scenes to get these shits to come out to the people, and we do a lot of shit that we sacrifice. And thank God that I have a beautiful family, beautiful queen, and my beautiful kids that they get to see. They let me work out my house and these long hours and these long nights and these long mornings and these 24-hour a day shifts and the music playing loud and eating late night and on the phone with the lawyers and on the phone just artists in the house. There's so much shit that come with it.
Yeah.
You have to love it
You gotta love it.
because you gotta love it. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, like the music sound the way it sounds because we love this shit. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%. 1,000%.
L,
Well, yeah.
L, my bad. I was wondering if you could give us just a little bit of perspective because this is important. I don't want to overlook 13 albums and where we are in hip hop
Right.
being the number one genre. I mean, you came in at a time and you probably heard it all that we were a fad. Like most artists early on didn't make it past 3 albums. 3 albums was a long career.
Yeah.
4 albums was amazing.
Yeah.
You obviously have made it way past, made it past 13 albums. I remember when you dropped Exit 13.
Yeah.
But for Khaled and in this era to be 13 albums deep, one is the love for sure,
Hmm.
but it's not easy. And I think guys and women of your generation are had to fight battles even for us to get here. Can you just talk about the importance of having discographies like the rock stars were able to have discographies in other genres?
Yeah. So beautiful because
I think we
when
lost.
I said, yeah, somebody was calling my phone. They're crazy. One is beautiful because when I first started, they didn't even play hip hop on the radio in the daytime. You dig? So, let's start there. Now it's full blown radio stations. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, yep,
Absolutely.
Okay.
yep, yep,
So
yep.
so now let's move to the discography part. Look, you as an artist consistently having the emotional stamina to take the steps when the elevator is broken, to take the train when the plane ain't running, to crawl when you're too exhausted to walk. Those are all the things that contribute to you having a long career. And this a lot you could do a lot in a little bit of time. It's about the energy that you put into the thing, and the spirit. Is it infused with your spirit? When I first signed my first deal, you know, Tila Rock had a record called "It's Yours." It was Def Jam Productions. It was on the Party Time label. I signed my deal with Def Jam, and I remember my first contract was 10 albums, and I remember telling my mother, "Yo, Ma, they gonna let me do 10 albums." You know what I'm saying? And it was like it was a privilege. I remember riding in the car with DMC of Run DMC, and him saying, "Yo, L, we on our 4th album. We definitely gonna have a 9th album." We used to always have these conversations about longevity. So what Khaled is doing, and the fact that he's bridging the gap with artists from different generations and not, getting into that ageism, because one thing about this generation that I love, this generation is like, yo, we free to be who we want to be, and you're not the boss. They all about that life. I just got to make sure that they also, one thing Khaled is doing is Khaled is not embracing none of that ageism either. He's like, yo, if you hot and we could bridge the gap and we could do something crazy, we doing it. So him having that long body of work is extremely impressive. And the one other thing that I would add is that in order to have a great body of work and to really have a long career, you have got to be interested in more than the money. The money comes as a byproduct of the work and the energy and the love that you put into your career, into the things you do. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with money. Everybody wants to get a bag. I get it. I come from the hood. We want a bag. However, you can't chase the money. You got to really go after being great. If you look at a Kobe, may he rest in power. You look at Jordan. You look at LeBron. You look at guys out there, Steph Curry. The fact that they focus on their craft is what put them in a position to get the bread. So I say, when you see Khaled with talking about the 24-hour security and the drop top Maybachs and the white this and the ice and all that and the $3 million watches, you got to understand that comes from work and being spiritually right and putting the work in. So I would just encourage this generation, as you're creating your body of work and your music, to really make it about the craft and make it about the art and let the money come. And then just know your value. Know your value, and you'll do the deals that where the dollars is top notch, and when you're going to get a big bite of the apple, or even better yet, you'll grow your own apple tree. But it starts with just being great at your craft, like even with Ari, as a journalist and then being on his show, like the fact that he was brave enough and courageous enough to inject, hip-hop culture into something that he loved, journalism, in a very conservative part of our world. You know what I'm saying? the third estate or whatever you want to call it. That's about loving your craft and having a vision. So that's what I would say to, the younger generation, the new people that's coming up, and even the ones that've been out there forever. Because some people chase money so much that they never get no money, because they always worried about the money and never focused on being great.
Yeah, L, I want to add to that because you're saying definitely the truth, and I'll just give you a short form of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, anybody that know me from like more than 20 plus years know that I probably worked for damn near free majority of my whole career. And I never had a problem, meaning as in whatever I had to do to get my name out there, meaning as in my greatness out there, because I knew my greatness was so special when it finally connects to the world. The greats will always tell you never chase the money gonna chase you. And it's a fact, because once the world connected and I wasn't a secret no more, meaning as in people would say, yo, Khaled is amazing. He ripped this party down, man. Oh my God, he made this incredible record, or he made this dope beat, or he produced this dope record, or just his energy in the room is unbelievable. The world started seeing it and feeling it, and after that, it, all my dreams and all my blessings was coming upon me on so many different levels. Like, I always told people, when I get on TV, it's gonna be a hit. If I put out albums, it's gonna be a hit. If you give me, all I wanted was the opportunity,
Yo, Khaled,
but I was never
Khaled,
scared to work for it,
Khaled,
and I was
I gotta
never
tell you something.
scared of a bad opportunity
I
either.
gotta jump on you, Khaled. You know what's funny? I'm gonna tell you something, man. I literally, I got a beat CD that you gave me probably in like the late '90s at my house in New York right now. I remember.
Wow.
I remember you.
Wow.
A beat CD. I could literally, if I'm in Cali right now, I'm working, I'm shooting the show. If next time I'm in New York, I'm gonna go to my crib, I'm gonna pull that CD out, I'm gonna throw it up on the gram, I'm gonna let you see. In fact, I'm gonna call my man at the house and tell him to find it for me. I don't know if they'll be able to find it. I know it's.
Put some vocals on there, L.
You,
I would love that.
you
That
wrote
you got to
you wrote your name on it with the marker. You remember that shit? Like, you
man.
used to do that.
Unbelievable.